Well, it's been another trip around the sun, and we find ourselves at the end of yet another year. It's crazy how quickly the time flies, but it's a great opportunity for us to reflect on what we've accomplished this last year and set some new goals. So, big shout out to my friend Frogkisser42 for starting the bank video tradition. So, in today's video, we'll look at my bank. I'll show you my Barbarian Assault personal bests and gamble count. We'll talk about the new old school RuneScape skill sailing. We'll have a small clue opening at the end. And we'll generally be rambling about what we accomplished this year and what we hope to accomplish in 2026. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoy. All right, getting into the account summary. So we gained 4 combat levels this year. This is the highest level I've ever been in my RuneScape career, so I've never been level 120, let alone 126, even when summoning was out, so we're probably going to get 126 max combat soon enough. I haven't been rushing it. We got 156 total levels this year, largely in part to sailing, over half of those, but still a lot of gains. We got 63 million XP this year. We did all 8 quests. We finished the achievement diaries. We did 87 combat tasks, and we got 213 clogs. I'm not going to talk to you about how many days I played because it's a little embarrassing. Now, looking at the statistics, we gained 5 attack levels, 7 defense. We maxed the range skill with 4 levels there. We got 5 prayer levels. For the Desert Elite Diary, we maxed our magic skill with 1 level there. We got 86 rune crafting. I could not be bothered to finish the last 5 levels, so yes, I stew boosted for the Elite Karamja Diary, sue me. We got 1 construction and 1 hunter level. I don't do my birdhouse runs. We got 3 slayer levels. We got 7 fletching levels, 2 crafting levels. We have 99 crafting banked. 2 thieving levels, 4 herb lore, and agility is the only skill that we did not progress at all this year. Big surprise there. In due time, but not now. I really can't be bothered with agility. I might go for the monkey backpack soon. If there's clogs I can go for, it motivates me, but I just haven't had much motivation to train agility, so 0 goose egg on agility. We got 5 mining levels. I made a big push on mining because I wanted to start getting some amethyst, namely darts and arrow tips. We got 1 smithing level, 2 fishing. We maxed out woodcutting, so we got 3 99s this year. And then, of course, we got the big one, our brand new skill, sailing. We're up to level 90. We finished the salvaging clogs, except for the salver's paint. We also finished the ocean encounters clog. So we are back at merchant ships and getting good XP. So this is going to be my next 99 for sure. The cape is super cool. It is the same length as the strength and the quest cape. So I'm just going to replace one of those, but I love how it looks. I like the emote. It also is apparently the only cape in the game that has sound to it, apparently. So shout out to Speed Colas for that little tidbit of information. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, this is where the stats are sitting. 99 crafting is banked, like I mentioned. I can do this anytime. I've got my 32,000 buckets of sand. I've got my 5,000 giant seaweeds ready in the bank, ready to go. I've been putting Bert to work for months now, just passively banking sand. But when sailing came out, we got the Sailor's Amulet, which of course comes with a best in slot bank teleport equal to the crafting cape and Deep Fin Point. So that kind of put it on the back burner for me, but this is definitely an easy 99 I'll get in 2026. I just got to sit down, make the glass, and then it's a very easy bank stand. Some other skills I'm looking at are thieving and fletching. Those are 2 pretty fast skills we can do with the new fletching minigame. Thieving has historically always been pretty quick. I'll probably use thieving to bank some easy clues. I'm also looking at Hunter. I would like to just go all the way to 99 using Hunter Rumors. It's pretty fast. You also bank some really good prayer XP. Speaking of which, prayer, I would like to eventually max this as my supplies permit. I think we have around level 89 or level 90 banked. And on the topic of combat skills, defense and attack, those are freebies. And those tie in directly with Slayer. These are 3 skills I'll max sooner rather than later. I do have some really big Slayer gear unlocks I need to get, namely from Araxor. Construction, I really want 99 construction. The cape is extremely good. It's just really expensive. It is fast, but it is pricey. I made a lot of money from Corrupted Gauntlet this year, but it's just not quite enough. I'll have to sit down and figure this one out, but that's a cape I'd really like to get. And then the 2 skills I really just don't want to train. I mean, rune crafting, I didn't have too good of a time with this, but we pretty much finished Guardians of the Rift. But I have to say, AFKing Blood Runes wasn't that bad, so maybe we'll do a little of this and get up to level 90 or so. It would be nice to get base 90 skills. And agility, I mean, we're pretty close to 86. Like I said, I might go for the monkey backpacks. There's some other clogs, I might just go for those. Like some of the graceful recolors. Brimhaven has some other clogs I can go for. Smithing is also a pretty fast skill that's bankable. You just have to buy gold ore, and I mean, there's Giant's Foundry I need to get some clogs at. So smithing is something else I might end up maxing out as well. And fishing, I don't know. I don't really enjoy fishing too much. It's not like as AFK as I would like it to be, but between fishing anglers and doing trawling, right? Is that what it's called? Trawling on the part of the sailing skill to get the new fish. This will go up passively, but it's not something that I have my eye on right now. Alright, so sailing, the biggest update in old school RuneScape history, released a couple months ago, or excuse me, 1 month ago in November. I've been enjoying it so far. I like salvaging, except for those couple days where they nerfed it. That was pretty brutal, but they brought it back, so props to Jagex for balancing that so quickly. I really like salvaging. Anything where I can go take my dogs for a walk, come back 20 minutes later, and I am still gaining XP without touching my keyboard, that's 2 thumbs up for me. Barracuda trials, I enjoyed them for a little bit, but the dead clicks and the hitboxes were driving me a little crazy after a while, so I had to take a break. I might go back to it later when I'm making a final push for 99 sailing. I've just been chilling, getting clogs, and I'm really looking forward to some of the new content that is going to be likely announced, like Raids 4. Player designed islands is a really cool concept. Anytime you can get the community involved in designing something, I think that's a plus. And who knows what else could come of sailing. I mean, expanding on quest lines. I'm excited to see where the game goes. I think they did a pretty good job keeping everything kind of interconnected. Like, for example, Captain Syad from the Desert Quest. I thought that was a really cool recall to him being into sailing, and you can have him as a crew member. Now he's like literally just my employee, and he salvages for me all day. Hope you're happy. So joke's on you, Captain Syad. I bet you're wishing you're back at the desert camp right now, but what's done is done. I'm not like a huge fan of how the oceans look. I'm going to be honest. I think it looks really weird. Like how the oceans are all different colors, and I don't know. I kind of wish, like, I don't know. It kind of takes away from the look of RuneScape, in my opinion. Like, back in the day when you just look out into the ocean, there was truly that sense of mystery. and that's kind of gone now. But I think it was inevitable, but there's not much you can really do about that when you're releasing this skill. I totally get why they have to fill out the oceans and give them unique designs and color palettes, etc. I don't know. It just didn't quite sit right with me the way the oceans look after the update. I know they changed fishing spots, but I saw on the blog that there was a question about changing them back. I think they should do that. Like, change is good, but I think they should limit change to the extent possible, if that makes sense. Like, sailing is a good update. I'm liking it. It's 2 thumbs up for me, but don't make like unnecessary changes like to the fishing spots. I think that's a little over the top. But overall, I give sailing a thumbs up. I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm excited to see where they go with it. And now we are officially getting into the good stuff, the Barbarian Assault stats. If you showed me these times a year ago, I straight up wouldn't believe you. I could not be more stoked about where I'm at with BA. This minigame is the best. I love this. I'm going to keep playing it as long as I live. So for the casual BA star team out there, here's my gambles for your records. Please notate this. Malo, I'm looking at you. And yeah, probably the role I've gotten the best at is Defender. I think this is my favorite role. It's just like so much fun. Once you figure out the runner cycle and you can just manipulate those guys like at will, defending just clicks, and when you start learning some of the bluff strats, you get the Midwest rolling, you get some of the blocks on the 18 healers going, like on wave 5. More so wave 7, wave 5, it's kind of flashy. It's not really necessary because the 18 healer only needs 4 food on wave 5, so it doesn't really matter. But it looks cool when you get a block on a healer. I don't care what wave it is. It's sick, and I'm going to keep doing it until I die. Collector was our first sub 10. We got it this year. And healer, we got a random god run. Early in the year, we were on a god team with like top 5 players, and we pulled out a 10-minute, 4-second run. This was an improvement from like a 10:33. This totally came out of nowhere, and I have not come that close to matching it since. The best run I've had since then was a 10-minute, 19-second run, like a few weeks to a month ago. But hey, you know what? We're getting the paces more often. I'm sure that as we keep playing and we keep finding these paces, we will get the sub 10 healer eventually. You just got to keep giving it a go. Can't give up on that. And shout out to my man Apu for giving me a heads up on my mouse setting. It's called Enhanced Pointer Precision. The way I understand it is when you move your mouse very quickly, it increases the acceleration. So when you turn it off, it makes the mouse movement a 1-to-1 ratio. So I had no idea that existed. I guess it was on by default. So I'm feeling good with that off. I think we're going to get some good heal rounds soon. 2A, we're getting better. We're still using Bone Claws, but 2A is 2A. You just get carried by your healer and your main attacker. We are going to get a sub 10. We just have to not drop our forces, but we've had multiple opportunities. Main attacker has definitely become one of my favorite roles, right behind defender. Just trowing and QS is like so addicting. Like when you start hitting ladders and you start hitting branches, it just like so, like I can't even describe like how good it feels. You just want to like go into another round and do it again. Like I'm always super stoked when it's my turn to main. The only drawback is I still have Bone Claws. I'm kind of figuring out like how to use them. Like one optimization I made this year was I started shooting with MSB first. That gives me a 3 tick window instead of 4. So you get your specs off a little sooner, but sometimes they just flop, and it's really frustrating. Um, but Dragon Claws are pretty rare. Realistically, am I going to get them soon? I don't know. Probably not. I'm starting to send some chambers, and I'm also going to start sending some Phantom Muspa this year, so we should be getting some better gear soon. Also, the Araxer Uniques, the Amulet, the Rancor Amulet, that'll help me out a lot with the strength bonus. But Main Attacker, super fun. I love this role now, and I'm definitely going to get sub 10 on this soon. I can just feel it. I can feel it on my plums. All right, good morning. We're here, and I'm going to show you the bank now. So 1.3 bill bank value. Wow, we had quite the come up this year. You'll see we got a few clue caskets. I'll open for you in a little bit here. We got the stone tablet and the scroll for BA. These do not save placeholders, so they always end up in this initial tab here. But getting right into the teleports tab, which I think looks really clean. We got the Sailor's Amulet, which is my best in slot bank teleport, front and center for the tab icon. We got our rune pouch, our massive coin stack, and plat tokens from Merchant Salvage. I'm just stacking these up. It's kind of cool to have a stack of these. Excuse me. But I got a lot of money from my Corrupted Gauntlet grind. And as you can see from this next tab, we finished it this year. This was our big item, so I'll show you that in a second. We finished the achievement diary, so we got all those here. We got some really cool teleports this year: the Ring of Elements, the Eternal Crystal, and the Imbued Lyre, which is super nice for clue scrolls and getting around the Fremnik region in general. And I put my magic cape up here just for quick swaps if I need to go to Arceus for raids or whatever. And here's all our runes. We got some other teleport items here. Medallion of the Deep, kind of a cool new sailing item. Lets you vibe underwater without any gear. And our skill capes are growing. We got 3 new skill capes this year. We got the ranged, mage, woodcutting, and I think we also got the music cape and the achievement diary cape. So quite the come up. All right, and then we got it, folks. We got the Bofa. We have it. Yes, I did pick the fuckboy black crystal. I was leaning towards the piss color, but I mean, black looks so clean, especially with these bad boys, the treads. This was our next big drop when Doom released. We got the treads. So treads and Bofa are 2 biggest drops of the year. The game is blown wide open, so I predict that by the end of next year, this tab is going to look completely different. It's going to look way, way better. We're almost maxed out on the treads. You'll see we have the Pegasian crystal right here, but I am dry on Ranger boots. I have 405 medium clues, and go into my clog here. Look at this. Like, are you kidding me with this? I got 6 climbing boots G. I got 2 manacles and 1 wizard boots. So I'm working on it, folks. Maybe we'll get it today in those 2 medium clues. We'll see. Yeah, we got our jungle boy gear. We got the rosewood blowpipe, which is nice. So we did over 1,000 Zora this year after we got the Bofa, and we're dry on the blowpipe. So luckily it was sailing. The rosewood came out, so we got the squid beak and some rosewood logs and fletched that. So it's nice to have a 3-tick weapon here that doesn't require an ammo slot, like the Eclipse Atlatl does. But we got our Demon Bane, we got some random TOA stuff, we got some random melee stuff, range, Dragon Hunter Wand. I think this is new. That's a cool item. Some just random stuff. I don't really use these ever. I use the Dark Light at Doom to keep the Death Coffer value low. I need to go back and get the Godsword Blade for the Zami hilt. This was a Mega Spoon at Zami. We do have a Heavy Ballista, which is cool. And Oh, speaking of Zora, we have the Trident of the Swamp. We also got the Magma Helm, which is really cool. We got a mutagen. I'm going to show you my Zora tab because it's a little bit troll. So look, 1062 KC, Magma Mutagen, which is extremely rare, one Magic Fang, three Surfaces, three Onyxes. These are all from Zora, and we're missing the Fang, so we're doing what we can. All right, but yeah, not too much to report. We got our Void, and we did fill out some of the Barrows sets from doing the Mori Elite Diary. We finished the Verox set. I was hoping to get Darox, but it's all good. We can always go back. Here's our jewelry. We have the Confliction Gauntlets here. So all we're missing from Doom is the eye. So I'm going to go back for that very soon. It's an extremely good item. We got the new cannonballs and some ammunition down here. But yeah, that's it for the gear tab. Not looking too shabby. And then the pots here, some new additions this year, the extended anti-venom. We also recently got the surge pots, which is cool. Yeah, but nothing too crazy to report here. We got some boat food, and as you can see, we've started going to Yama with these little drops right there. And the skilling tab, I reorganized this recently, so we got some skilling outfits. I tried to keep all of the relevant outfits kind of clumped together. So, I mean, you got agility and thieving are somewhat related. Thieving and hunter and fishing are somewhat related as well. So I clumped these all together. We have some of the equipment on the right side. We have stacks of fish, some equipment on the right, and then getting down into fire making and wood cutting and construction here. We have our branches and 6 lyres, so I save all my lyres. I've hit 6 of them so far. So also, if you notice, these are the Varlamore tokens. I repurposed these as bank fillers, so I thought that was kind of a neat idea. Feel free to take it. And then transitioning into some sailing items. This part looks pretty clean. Look at all this. So we got like the flax and the hemp and the cotton and the construction logs, construction planks straight into the nails and the bars. Some of the new sailing bars right here, oars straight into mining and smithing here. So also some of the pearls we've repurposed as placeholders as well. Going down into crafting here. Here is my 99 crafting banked. We just gotta go ahead and make it. Been a little bit lazy there. Here's our gems. You know me, I love my gems. It's my namesake, so I love having a big old stack of these, man. The red topaz. I kept some of these from Merchant Salvage just to make some Slayer gear. We got a few onyxes. We got rune crafting, prayer, getting into farming and herb lore. Here's my herbs. We're 95 herb lore. And we got some of the new sailing seeds and the coral here. But that is the skilling tab. So let me know what you think. I think it looks pretty good. And then we have some treasures here. Big old stack of crystal shards from the crystal extractor and also from CG. We have some tackle, some crystal keys, and some stuff I'm just collecting here. So we've got some stacks of items like the demon tier. We got our first roll of the gilded table with the gilded spade this year, so that was pretty sick. Here's all of our pearls for my Ironman out there. Little tip for the Radiant Pearl is to, if you played Gridmaster, go buy one of the scrolls because it has a really high alch value. So if you don't have any raids dupes, you can just use this. Here's all the salvage uniques. I finished those. We have 2 dragon cannon barrels so far. We're mega spooned on these. We're not even at like 8,000 merchant salvages, and we already have 2. Here's some boat paints. We got the inky paint, which is cool. I was safe spotting the vampire krakens for a while, and we spooned this. Here's just some random alch stacks, some unique items. I would like to get the beaver pet so I can transmog into the fox whistle. I'm keeping the surfaces just in case I get the other mutagen. And yeah, just some random stuff. We almost have the malediction finished. I might go finish that up. We've almost had the light ballista finished for a while, but I don't need that for anything, so I haven't gone. I started Yama this year. That's going to be one of my bigger grinds next year, is going for Oath Plate. So we got a few shard drops there. Yama's fun. I'm going to enjoy that grind. And then, yeah, we just have like our junk tab. We got the Wise Old Man fit. We got some Lanthus fit. Just some random like clue stuff. It's kind of messy, really ugly. We got some sailing stuff. But yeah, not too much to see here. So that is the bank. And I think we'll go ahead and open up these clue caskets for you. So for beginners, we have 105, 6 clogs. I think with beginners, you're expected to finish the clog around 600, so not really expecting much here. Yeah, not much going on, and nothing. And we give it back to the people. Enjoy. We got some easy clues from doing low-level salvage. All right, let's see. What do we get? Anything? I probably should have showed you my easy clog, but I've done 230. Okay, that's not unique. That's a dupe. Oh, a classic unique right there. Oh, that's beautiful. Just drop all this stuff. Drop this all for the peoples. Feast, my children. Bank this real quick. All right, we got 8 more. Can we see another clog? Can we see a Monk Robe G? Oh, another classic, the Black Legs. Oh my goodness, we're looking so fresh. 775 clogs now. All right, can we get another one? One more, come on. Nothing. It's all good. We take those. Those are some nice clogs. Drop all this stuff for the people. Enjoy. We're gonna bank all this. All right, we got 4 medium clues. Can we get the Ranger boots? Come on, baby. Rangers. Let me see them. Nothing. It's all good. All right. Yeah, we're going to drop this for the people. Enjoy. All right, we got some hard clues here. Can we get some mega rares? We're actually pretty spooned on hard clues. 216 done. We have 2 extremely rare heraldic plate bodies, and we have a D-hide shield, so we're actually pretty spooned on hards. Morning, Jakey. My man. All right, let's open these hard clues. All right, dupe. Nothing. Master Scroll Box. All right. I like this update, by the way. It's kind of private servery, but I do enjoy the scroll boxes. Makes clues way easier. And nothing from hards, so let's drop some of this stuff. Okay, we got 2 elites. Elites are done 169. We've got full royal. We have a piece of tux. So yeah, not too bad. See if we can get anything. A master scroll. All right, we take it. And nothing. Okay. And we got 2 masters, so last but not least, the masters. See what we get. A whole lot of nothing. And a whole lot of nothing. All right. All right, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I just have one more segment. It's my gear progression goals for 2026. So without further ado, I'm going to pull up a graphic that I made on the screen. These are my dream items. This is what I want to get next year. I think it's very doable. So the big one, and this was my goal this year, It's the Infernal Cape. I didn't get it done, but I think we can definitely do it. I think we're good enough to do it. I went dry in the BOFA and finally pulled it at over 700 kc, and at that point I was kind of burnt out on PVM a little bit. I just wanted to go do some easy stuff, but Infernal Cape, we want it. We can definitely start sending attempts, but there are two items that would make it a lot easier, and that's the deck scroll for the, what's it called, the prayer, the rigor prayer. I'm using Deadeye from Royal Titans right now. That would be a huge upgrade. Also, the Toxic Blowpipe is nice for the Zuck healers, and also the Spec heals you. This, I think, is more of a marginal upgrade. I don't think I need this, but it's a pretty easy item to get. So with these two things, we would be fully prepared to send the Infernal Cape. Would also like to finish the Ranger boots to max out the treads and get that maximum range bonus. So this is very RNG. I do medium clues as I get them. I showed you my clog, and I'm pretty dry on these. You're expected to get these around 290 mediums. So I get a lot of boot rolls, but it's just the wrong boots. So I do want the Rangers, but we'll get those eventually. I would also like to do the Coliseum. So a couple big Cape slot goals for next year. And I am very interested in getting the Araxor uniques. The Nox Halley is extremely good. It's a great slash weapon. The Rancor amulet, best in slot strength amulet. That's really good. I want the Venator bow. I haven't learned Muspa yet, but the Veni bow is really good at BA and at for Slayer, and it's got all sorts of applications. So I want that weapon, and I want Oathplate. So this would be. I started Yama. I would love to get full Oathplate. Also, double Death Charge is nice. The Horn is nice, but Oathplate, I'm looking at some big melee upgrades next year. And speaking of melee upgrades, I do want to get my hands on the Dragon Claws. However, I feel like I need to get the Dragon Warhammer first. It's just a little bit too difficult for me to solo Chambers without the defense reduction. I tried it a couple times and I just couldn't quite get through Ohm. I just wasn't hitting on his melee hand, so I think my gear is just a little scuffed, but I feel like I need this item. So I learned how to do Red X Shaman, so I think I'm just going to be sending some Shamans, and it's pretty AFK. The setup's a little annoying, but once you get it, it's like pretty free kills, so yeah, that's on the list. And then I do want to get my Elite CAs done. This will come pretty passively as I do bosses and raids, but I'm pretty close. I am 188 points away, so this is going to be a pretty easy one. I do want to get the Fang from TOA, and finally, the Eye from Doom is a huge mage upgrade. I really want to grab that. And that is pretty much going to sum up my item goals for next year. Of course, there's a lot more to get. God Wars Dungeon has been blown wide open. I could do Bandos, I can do Saradomin, and yeah, so, but these are the important items. This is what I'm going to be really focusing my attention on. All right, so there it is. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end of this video. I'd like to extend my deepest gratitude to you for taking the time out of your day to watch this. I really appreciate it. I hope and wish you a very fruitful 2026 year ahead. I hope that you're able to complete some grinds and progress your accounts. Extending this to real life, I hope that you're able to develop and improve as a person and overcome challenges. Never give up. I've always got your back. Thank you so much for being here, and have a great year.